ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blondie and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, world's hottest day on record, but first. A passenger on a dive in OceanGate's doomed Titan has told how the submersible piloted by late CEO Stockton Rush became stuck after power failed 2 hours into the descent to the bottom of the North Atlantic.
Stockton says, we got to turn around. And at first I thought he was joking because we were over 2 hours into our expedition and so close to the bottom. But then he explained that one of the batteries kind of went kaput.
Footage has emerged of videographer Jaden Pan describing to BBC's Travel Show the terrifying 2021 expedition down to Titanic's wreck, which was 2 years before the craft's implosion claimed 5 lives last month.
We were having trouble using the electronic drops for the weights, so it would be hard for us to get back up to the surface.
Rush reportedly pushed ahead with dives in the extreme pressure depths, despite early warnings that Titan was not fit for the task.
I was really intrigued with okay, so we can't get to the site tonight. What are our options? We had discussed actually just sleeping at the bottom of the ocean in the submersible.
After last month's tragedy, presumed human remains were recovered from inside Titan's wreckage, and the investigation is being led by the US Coast Guard. Next. The hottest ever temperature has been recorded by weather scientists as the average global warmth topped 17 degrees C. According to data from the US National Centers for Environmental Prediction, the mercury passed the August 2016 record of 16.9 degrees C as heat waves continued around the world. In China, temperatures were above 35 degrees C, and North Africa experienced nearly half the heat of boiling water at 50 degrees C, while Antarctica broke its July temperature record with 8.7 degrees C. Scientists say climate change combined with the emerging El Niño pattern were to blame. Now, the White House has been told by a US federal judge to stop contacting social media firms to try and censor content on their platforms. Judge Terry Doughty has banned officials from contacting firms over content contained protected free speech. It follows a lawsuit by Republican attorneys general in Missouri and Louisiana, which had alleged officials pressured social media platforms over posts on subjects including COVID-19 and election security. But Democrats say social media firms have failed to get a grip on misinformation, while the Department of Justice said it's reviewing the ruling. Next.
I want to know how many they have and where they intend to use them.
Call of Duty's anti-cheat project, called Team Ricochet, has added phantom players who only those using banned software can see. The idea is that players using cheat codes will be busy blasting away at hallucinations, so have less impact on actual gameplay. It follows other Call of Duty fair play initiatives, which include slowing cheating players' movements to make them easier targets for others. Now, researchers have obtained the largest set of detailed observations yet of the oldest stars in the centre of the Milky Way. The pristine Inner Galaxy Survey team at the University of Cardiff found this group of stars is slowly spinning around the centre of our galaxy and were formed a mere few billion years after the Big Bang. To find the stars, the team used a special imaging filter on the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope. The observations were then combined with data from the Gaia space mission to study how these ancient stars move through the Milky Way. Let's go to the ads. Stay there for more news from the world of tech and science, plus drumming to beat autism and new Star Wars coins. Why not hit follow in the meantime and give us a rating? Welcome back. Blondie drummer Clem Burke is calling for snares, cymbals and bass drums to be included in the national curriculum after research found playing as little as 90 minutes a week can help autistic children. Burke says short sessions could be a game changer at minimal cost and effort for those with the developmental condition. As part of a study, autistic young people aged 16 to 20 years old with no drumming experience were given 2 45-minute lessons each week for 2 months. They had MRI scans before and after the sessions, and results showed those who improved their drumming skills showed fewer signs of hyperactivity, inattention, and demonstrated better control of their emotions. Now, research by Brown University in the US suggests elephants may vary what they eat for dinner every night, just like us humans. The study found elephants vary their diets based not only on what is available, but also their preferences and physiological needs. The findings also inform theories of why a group of elephants may forage together. That's because the individual animals do not always eat the same plants at the same time, so there will usually be enough greenery to go around. And finally, Royal Mint has unveiled the first coin design in its new collection, which celebrates the 40th anniversary of Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
We'll first work with our designers to capture the model, but following this we'll then cut a hard steel billet with one of our laser cutting machines.
That's the Royal Mint's Paul Morgan.
Additionally to the iconic characters that appear onto here, we also have a latent feature. And a latent feature is something that we use on coins where the image can change as you move the coin.
The 50p coins feature R2-D2 and C-3PO inside the Millennium Falcon. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast for the latest news, interviews and analysis from the Evening Standard here in London, and we'll be back on Thursday at 1 p.m. See you then.